tak bagi tahu awal? Okay. Alright.
Tak ada doktor, untuk kita okey.
Doktor.
Kita boleh nampak doktor.
Ada boleh nampak? Sekarang ni awak nampak apa?
Logistic and supply chain
Management.
Okey je. Saya memang kongsi pun.
Okay, tak apa. Okay, sorry.
Mungkin awak ada problem kot.
Mungkin kot.
Tak apa. Jangan risau. Nanti saya akan share slide ni. No worries. Awak dengar je explanation saya. So, kalau apa awak tak jelas, awak tanya direct
Okay. Okay, doktor.
Okay, alright. So, now ini saya nak tunjukkan. Okay. So, slides yang ini adalah, ni awak dengarlah saya cerita ni. Kan nanti bila dah habis kelas nanti saya akan share slides ni. Alright. So, okay. Sekarang ni kita nak tunjuk tentang logistic and supply chain management, fragmentation. So kita nak tunjukkan bahawa bagaimana evolusi daripada tahun 60 and then bergerak ke tahun 80-an, bergerak ke tahun 90-an, seterusnya ke tahun 2000 lah. Okay, jadinya sekarang ni kesimpulan cerita dia, alright, awak duk tengok kat sini alright, pada tahun 60 ni, alright, dia kesimpulan cerita dia ialah, alright, tahun 60 ni dia secara fragment, maknanya dia tidak menyeluruh lah. Jadinya kita dapat lihat bahawa, alright, pada tahun 60 kita buat perkara ni tidak serentak. Maksudnya, okay, demand forecast lain dengan purchase, lain dengan requirement planning, lain dengan production planning, lain dengan manufacturing inventory. Tetapi hakikatnya pada tahun sekarang kita cerita direct kepada tahun 2000 2000 dan sekarang lah. Jadi semua benda sekarang ni kalau awak tengok, alright, semua perkara kita laksanakan secara serentak. Serentak means we do the demand forecasting. At the same time, we do purchasing. At the same time, we come up with require planning. At the same time, we come up with production planning. At the same time, we also do manufacturing inventory. At the same time, you are also coordinating your warehouse. At the same time, you are dealing with your material handling equipment. At the same time, you come up with industrial packaging. At the same time, you are dealing with finished goods, distribution, order processing, transportation, customer service, strategic planning. Now you are utilizing more on information technology. You also do your marketing, you also do your sales. Alright, so now, alright, in logistics alone, you are not working in silo, meaning to say that if you are attached to logistics department, you are not only doing forecasting, purchasing, but you also need to do sales. You also need to do customer service. You also need to come up with your own transportation strategy. There's no more fragmented style as the way in 1960s. Now we integrate everything into one. Right now, I believe that some of you you're also doing your own small businesses, I would say. All right. So some of you might doing dropship, or some of you might venture into Grab or Uber or whatever. So we are looking into the possibility of combining or integrating all business function in one go. All right, you are not doing everything in silo. So since you are working in sales, you need to know about sales only. No, now is the time, is the era whereby you have to know on demand forecast. You also need to understand what is purchasing is all about. You also need to know how the production planning run, and then how you deal with your warehouse, the material handling, and so on. Yeah. Okay, next. All right. So now, this is a layout of a warehouse. All right. When you go to a warehouse, all right, so you are going to see this kind of environment. All right. you have this banyak rak, banyak aisle, okay, macam-macam kotak, macam-macam barang kan. So ada pula yang sebelah kanan tu ada pula forklift, macam-macam style forklift lah. Alright, so these are some of the material handling equipment lah. Yeah. Okay, next. Okay, now managing a warehouse is challenging task. Okay, kalau kita sebagai pengurus dekat warehouse ni adalah satu tugas yang semakin mencabar. Sebab apa mencabar? Number one, the stock or items stored in the warehouse are valuables and important items. Okay, barang-barang ataupun item-item yang kita simpan kat dalam warehouse ni adalah barang-barang yang berharga dan barang-barang yang penting. Contohnya macam saya cerita yang warehouse PKT logistik ni. Alright, kita ambil contoh tentang barang spare part BMW tadilah. Jadi spare part BMW ni barang-barang yang berharga dan barang-barang yang penting. Alright, jadi bila barang-barang yang penting dan berharga ni dia memerlukan perhatian yang lebih lah. Okay, jadi sebagai pengurus kita kena tahu apa barang yang kita simpan dekat warehouse kita. Right. Yang kedua, kita kena tahu macam mana kita nak urus lah, macam mana kita nak handle. Alright. Yang ketiga, kita nak tahu apa safety requirement. Okay, kadang-kadang barang-barang kat warehouse ni, alright, kita kena simpan dia dalam suhu tertentu. Contoh macam if you're dealing with so-called kalau anda berurusan dengan barang-barang elektronik. Okay, so electronic goods ni they require certain temperature. Alright, so these are the things that you have to be aware of lah. Yeah. Alright, number 2, customers want better service. Better service, quicker response, smaller and more frequent deliveries at a lower cost. Okay, so sekarang ni kita punya pelanggan kita ni, alright, dia nak macam-macam tapi dia nak semua dengan harga yang murah. Okay, harga yang murah, servis yang cepat, penghantaran yang lagi kerap. Okay, so inilah cabaran kita ya. The next one, the warehouse itself is perceived as a cost center, not a profit center. Ini pun cabaran juga. So, bagaimana kita hendak menjadikan warehouse ni sebagai bukan tempat untuk kita dapat profit, lebih kepada tempat yang berurusan dengan cost lah. Alright. So, effective and efficient warehouse management can be a tool to achieve competitive advantage. Okay, bila kita berhadapan dengan pengurusan warehouse ni, kita kena jadikan dia cekap dan berkesan. Okay, sebab kita nak dapatkan competitive advantage. Sebab bukan awak je yang ada warehouse, orang lain pun ada warehouse juga. So jadi how are you going to do that? Alright. So as a warehouse manager, alright, how are you going to make sure that the warehouse you can build the warehouse in a very effective way and in a very efficient manner. Ini cabaran lah. Lagi satu sebab apa cabaran ni? Nak kos yang lagi murah, lagi ekonomi. Okay, cost center for warehouse. Okay, macam mana warehouse ni sebagai cost center? Alright, company has to invest or spend money. Okay, syarikat kena melabur ataupun dia nak kena gunakan lagi banyak wang. Alright, so one of it you have to buy handling equipment, right? And then building a new or renting a warehouse. If you build a new one, there is money to spend. If you rent a warehouse, there is also money to spend. Or you are using a public warehouse or third-party warehouse. Still, you have to rent to pay for the warehouse, right? But if it is your own warehouse, you have to build a new warehouse. Then it is also a cost to you, right? And then cost is relevant to inventory. So inventory carrying or holding costs, alright, that is a cost to you. procurement cost, okay, barang perolehan tu pun cost juga. Out of stock, barang-barang kita tak ada stock, alright, pun cost juga. Alright, so these are costs related to inventory. So now we move on to inventory, or we call it holding costs. Inventory carrying or holding cost, the cost of holding an inventory over time, such as interest on investment, insurance, deterioration, and so on. Right, there are four category of warehouse lah, yeah? Four category of inventory carrying cost. The space is a cost, the capital is also a cost, inventory service is a cost, inventory risk is also a cost. So you have four category. Okay, kita ada 4 kategori inventory carrying cost. Yang pertama space cost, yang kedua capital cost, yang ketiga inventory service cost, yang keempat inventory risk cost. Alright. Next. Okay, what is space cost? Okay, cost terhadap kita punya ruang. Okay, are charges made for the use of the volume inside the storage building. Alright, space cost ni adalah charges ataupun bayaran yang dikenakan terhadap penggunaan dalam bangunan lah. Okay, storage building. So that is the space. The space is also a cost to you. Now what about capital costs? Okay, capital refer to the cost of the money tied up in the inventory. This may represent over 80% of total inventory cost. Right, that is capital cost. The next one, inventory service costs. The insurance and tax, right? Insurance coverage is for protection against losses from fire, storm or theft. Contohlah macam tadi kita letakkan pihak BMW, dia export, maknanya daripada Jerman dia hantar engine tu seketul ke Malaysia. Kita letakkan dekat warehouse PKT ni, alright. Engine tu pun ada insurance dia. Bila ada insurance, dalam masa yang sama, bila masuk ke Malaysia, kerajaan melalui custom dia kenakan tax, dia kenakan cukai. So ini pun adalah inventory service cost. So insurance coverage is for protection lah. So kita nak lindung lah barang-barang ni daripada kerugian, sama ada disebabkan bencana terbakar ke, ribut ke, ataupun disebabkan kecurian. Alright, so kita ada perlindungan lah bila kita ada insurance terhadap barang-barang ni tadi. And then the next one, inventory risk cost. Cost associated with deterioration, alright, shrinkage, damage or obsolete. Ini antara risiko, okay? Inventory risk cost. In the cost of maintaining inventories, a portion of the stock will become contaminated, damaged, spoiled, pilfered, or otherwise unfit or unavailable for sale. Alright, jadi ini adalah antara risiko di inventory ya. Okay, in the cost of maintaining inventories, bila kita nak maintain kita punya inventory ni, a portion of the stock, mungkin sebahagian kecil daripada stock yang kita ada ni, contaminated, dah jadi rosak, damage, dah cedera, spoil, pilfered, or otherwise kita katakan barang tu tak cantik lah, mestilah kita nak barang tu dalam keadaan yang baik kan. So barang tu tidak berada dalam keadaan yang baik ataupun tak sesuai untuk dijual. So ini adalah risiko yang kita terpaksa hadapi. Okay, the next one is procurement costs. Costs associated with the acquisition of goods for the inventory replenishment. Cost of preparing the order. Okay, cost bila kita nak sediakan pesanan ni tadi. Cost of order transmission. Alright, cost of production setup, if appropriate. Cost of materials handling or processing at the receiving dock, cost of transporting the order. Ni semua cost-cost yang berkaitan dengan perolehan. Cost bila kita nak siapkan barang ni, siapkan pesanan. Cost bila kita nak pesanan ni kita nak transmit, nak hantar. Cost apabila kita nak set up kalau bersesuaian. Kadang-kadang kita tak ada kenakan cost untuk set up, kadang-kadang kita ada nak kena cost untuk kita nak set up. Okay, and then cost bila kita nak uruskan barang-barang ni tadi ataupun kita nak proses dekat receiving dock, okay, di tempat penerimaan. And then mungkin juga cost bila kita nak hantar barang pesanan ni tadi. Okay. Seterusnya, out of stock costs, okay, are incurred when an order is placed but cannot be filled from the inventory to which the order is normally assigned. Okay, inilah keadaan yang berlaku apabila out of stock ni bila keadaan bila kita dapat pesanan tapi pesanan tu tak dapat dipenuhi. Sebab apa? Dekat dalam inventory tu kita tak ada barang tersebut. Okay, what will happen? Number one, lost sales cost. Okay, keadaan ni berlaku apabila occurs when a customer faced with an out of stock situation chooses to withdraw her request for the product. Okay, profit immediately foregone. Future profits foregone through loss of goodwill. Okay, keadaan ni berlaku apabila pelanggan kita, kita punya customer kita ni berhadapan dengan keadaan barang tak ada, out of stock. Okay, so bila dah kita kata barang tak ada, so dia akan membatalkanlah dia punya request untuk produk kita ni. Bila dia batalkan pembelian, jadi apa akan jadi? Kita punya keuntungan tu hilang lah. Alright, bila keuntungan kita hilang, jadi pada masa depan kalau kita gagal nak letak balik stok dekat dalam kita punya inventory, kita akan dapat kerugian yang kekal lah. So inilah perkara yang kita kena elakkan. Back order cost. So back order cost is a situation occurs when a customer will wait for her order to be filled so that the sale is not lost, only delayed. Alright, jadi back order cost ni keadaan di mana pelanggan kita terpaksa tunggu untuk dia punya pesanan untuk dipenuhi. Jadi jualan tu taklah hilang, taklah rugi. Cumanya lambat. So jadi lambat diterima oleh kita punya pengguna lah. Okay, customer kita lambat terima barang. Okay. Okay, use of warehouse. Alright, apa guna warehouse ni? Kegunaan dia. Alright, the first one, manufacturing support. Okay, as place to keep work in progress stock, tools, equipment, spare parts, raw material for manufacturing purposes. Okay, manufacturing support maknanya kegunaan warehouse ni adalah tempat yang kita nak simpan work in progress stock, tools, alatan, equipment, barang-barang ataupun spare parts, barang-barang ganti ataupun bahan mentah, raw material untuk perkilangan. Then number two, is a place for product mixing. Okay, tempat di mana kita letakkan barang-barang lah from multiple production facilities for shipment. Gudang ni kita jadikan tempat untuk kita jadikan tempat yang mana kita boleh campur adukkan barang-barang produk delivery untuk kita shipment. And then a place where we do consolidation. Consolidation means we combine smaller shipment of products into a higher volume shipment. Yang kita sekalikan penghantaran barang-barang yang kecil-kecil ni tadi kepada shipment yang lagi besar lah. A break bulk subdivide a large shipment of product into smaller unit. Okay, ini bila keadaan untuk break bulk lah. Okay, next is about factors affecting warehouse size. Apakah faktor-faktor yang mempengaruhi saiz sesuatu gudang? The general trend to have fewer but larger warehouses in an organization's distribution center. Okay, sekarang ni kita dapat lihat dia punya perkembangan terkini ialah banyak syarikat diorang memilih untuk ada warehouse yang tak banyak. Tetapi dia ada warehouse yang besar. Dia tak banyak tapi dia ada satu tapi besar. Okay. faktor-faktor yang mempengaruhi. What are the factors affecting the size of a warehouse? Size warehouse ni tadi bergantung kepada number 1, customer service level. Number 2, size of market served. Number 3, number of products market. Number 4, material handling system used. And number 5, inventory turnover. Jadi untuk satu-satu syarikat warehouse, alright, dia kena mempertimbangkan 5 perkara ni untuk bina warehouse. Besar mana warehouse yang dia nak bina? Alright, bergantung kepada customer service level, size of market. Size of market ni nak tahulah dia nak populasi banyak mana yang dia nak serve pelanggan dia. Okay, so kalau size warehouse dekat Perlis mestilah tak sama macam dekat Pulau Pinang. Pulau Pinang dia punya market lagi besar. Perlis kecil je kan. Okay, so these are the factors that have to be considered. Yeah. And then warehouse location. So market position warehouse locates warehouses nearest to the final consumer. Okay, kenapa kita nak letakkan warehouse ni dekat dengan pelanggan kita? Alasannya sebab kita akan berhadapan dengan transportation cost, order cycle times, order size, local transportation availability, and customer service level. So, one of the reason that a warehouse is being located near to the customer, because we have to consider about this cost, yeah, kos penghantaran, order cycle time, size order, ada ke tidak transportation local di kawasan sekitar, and then customer service level. And then number 2, the warehouse location also is being determined through production position warehouses. So normally warehouse should be located close to sources of supply or production facilities. Alright. And then the next one, intermediately position warehouses, a midpoint between the final customer and the producer. Okay, next. So now we are going to look into warehousing functions. Alright. So movement of goods activities such as, alright, receiving, transferring, customer order picking, selection, cross-docking and shipping. Alright, apa benda semua ni? Okay, ni yang kita nak ceritakan. Cross-docking, a distribution mixing center. Products arrive in bulk and are immediately broken down and mixed. Okay, bila berlaku cross-docking ni, alright, is a distribution mixing center. So, dia adalah keadaan yang mana kita campur adukkan dia lah. Okay, produk ni datang dalam bentuk bulk, dalam bentuk yang banyak. Okay, dan kemudian kita akan pecah-pecahkan dan kita akan campur-campurkan lah. Okay, next. Okay, storage of goods. Okay, antara fungsi warehouse ni tadi, alright, dia bertindak sebagai storage of goods, tempat kita simpan barang. Any goods from customers. Sama ada barang daripada supplier, daripada manufacturer, daripada supplier, wholesaler, and retailer are stored in the warehouse. Ni barang-barang yang disimpan di dalam warehouse. So warehouse also serves a function as an information transfer to support the warehouse operation, build reliability, speed, control, and flexibility. Alright. Okay, so now we are going to look into what is the objective of warehousing. So apa objektif utama warehousing ni tadi? Alright. So the primary objective of warehouse is to optimize the effective use of warehouse resources while satisfying customer requirement and maximizing profits. Okay, to do this, the warehouse has to make the best use of 3 key resources, namely space, people, and material handling equipment. And then warehousing activities. Ni seperti yang kita nampak dalam gambar ni tadi. Warehouse logistics involves all movement of goods and information within warehouses and distribution center. So it includes activities receiving, storing, order picking, accumulation, sorting, shipping, putting items away, moving items inside or between warehouses, picking items for assembly, production or shipment, assembly items for sale or inventory. So ini adalah antara aktiviti yang kita lakukan di dalam warehouse. Okay, now. Okay, alright. Okay, saya akan bagikan satu assignment. Alright, assignment ni semua orang nak kena buat. Okay, assignment dia macam ni. Alright, I'm going to write down ya dekat chat box. You look into what are the things that I want you to do. Okay, for the next class, each and every one of you needs to show us the warehouse within 5 to 10 kilometer radius from your house. Okay. For the next class, each and every one of you need to show us the warehouse within 5 to 10 kilometer radius from your house. Alright. So what are the things that you need to do? Share the photo of the warehouse. Okay. Their names, when the warehouse being established, and the nature of their business. business. Alright. So these are the things that you need to do. The next class means on Wednesday. Alright. Share their photo. The photo of the warehouse, yeah. What are their names, the company names, and then when the warehouse being established, and the nature. Use Google Maps, Google Photo. Alright, that is it. Okay, so now that is your homework. Alright, the rest of the assignment, I told you, I promised to you that I'm going to share the assignment for the whole semester later on. I have the dates already, but I haven't put it yet into writing nicely. Later on, I will share with you. Okay, so I might be sharing the whole assignment. You check whether I'm going to use WhatsApp or I'm going to share in the online platform. Alright, that's all for now. Do you have any questions? Ada apa-apa soalan? Okay, kalau ada soalan, segan nak tanya kat dalam ni, you can WhatsApp me and ask me directly lah how to do the assignment. Alright, so I will, yes. Okay, so far no question. Very good. What I'm going to do now, I know that some of you still cannot capture the attendance. Alright. That's all for now. I'm going to share again the QR code lah. So kita tangguhkan kelas kita pada petang ni dengan tasbih kifarat rasulullah wal amas. Okay, thank you very much guys. See you again next week. Next week pula. Hari Rabu ni kita akan lihat apa warehouse yang ada kat tempat awak semua. Boleh add manual. Tak, sabar. Aku akan share dengan korang semua the QR code again. Alright. So boleh scan balik. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good one. Right, don't forget, I want you to present each and every one of you